It's Saturday night, guys, and you know what that means? Oh yes, we're going back out on another serious stealth camp. Right. So welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show, guys. Yes, it's another epic stealth camp that's on the cards for tonight. My pal Dingoes, I'm looking at getting in some bushes, which is right by the side of the main road, right by the side of a public footpath. It's going to be a dodgy one to get into because there's a busy roundabout right next to it. There's going to be loads of traffic, plenty of people out and about, walking around. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, when I get there, I'm going to have to just stand still for a bit, get the Baghdad off my old Baccaroony, put it at my feet, and I'm just going to stand for a bit and pretend I'm like waiting for a lift, pretend I'm waiting for someone to come and pick us up. Then, as soon as I get a break in the traffic, I'll be straight off into the bush, deep in the bush. Matron, you know what I'm talking about, man, Dingoes. Yeah, so I've got some beers. I tell a lie, I've got some ciders, I've got some red wine, and I've got some lovely whisky. You know what that means, man, Dingoes. Stick around for the world famous whisky with you later on. And as usual, guys, I'm going to talk loads of shite. So grab yourself a drink, get yourself a whiskey or a vodka or a gin or a beer. Sit tight and watch this man Dingo out on another serious stealth camp. You better believe it. Ah. You know what makes sense. So there's your dog. Well, folks, got about another 2-minute walk to the bush where I'm going to try and get in. As you can see, still loads of traffic out and about. I'm going up there, and just on the corner of the road, that's where the bush is. The roundabout's just past it. Right, I'll bring your legends back when I get there. Oh yes. I'll quickly go over, folks, before I get splattered. Right, there you go. Like I've said, it's getting harder every week to get out and do this without getting noticed. So I'm going to have to go in this bush pretty quick. You know what I'm talking about. So here we are, guys. This is where I'm looking at getting in here. You can see the roundabout's there. Shitload of traffic on the road still. Housing estates all over. Houses all around there. All around here. Right, I'm going to get this bag off. And I'll bring you back when I'm going to make a quick move into the bush, Dingo. Man, Dingoes. Aldi, Aldi, Aldi. Just waiting for a break in the traffic, man, Dingoes. I'm just standing here by the side of the road like a tit, pretend I'm waiting for a lift, and I'm just getting no break. Fingers crossed I get one soon. Right folks, this is it. Howie, let's get in the bush. I'm dragging my bag behind us. Right, I'm going to just leave my bag there. I need to get in away from the traffic. I'll go back out and get the bag in a second. It's still in the bush a little bit. Oh, that was proper sketchy, Mandingos. Honestly, I've been stood there about 10 minutes, just getting no break at all. Cars coming that way, none coming that way, and then as soon as there was none coming that way, cars started to come this way. Sunderland Football Club have been playing at home today, and the game finished about an hour ago, so it's all the cars, thousands of cars coming back from the match, which we got beat again. So oh, it was a nightmare. About 5 different cars have gone past, or vans. Beep beep beep, oh Mandingo. So I've just been stood there pretending I was looking at my phone with me bag up against me leg, making out I'm waiting for someone to come and pick us up. Anyway, I'm in now, guys. I'm in, and I tell you what, I should have really came earlier on today and checked it out and had a look. There's not much room. Luckily I've only brought me bivvy, so I'm going to have to just put it down there, I think, and that's quite a narrow space for a big fat lad like me. I'll make it work. I'll make it work, and it'll ding dang do for this Mandingo. Right, I'm going to turn the old camaraderie off. I'm going to get my bag, bring it in, and sort some shit out. Rice. Cheers, guys. Nice can of Thatcher's Blood Orange. Oh, that was a bit of a carry on getting the bivvy set up. I haven't got much room to step around, so getting the bivvy up, putting the foil mat down, getting the airbed in, sleeping bag. It was a right chew on, but it's all sorted now. Before I get all my gear out, all my food and drink and all that shite, I just fancied a nice can-dingo Mandingos. Oh yes, that certainly is the plan, dingo. You better believe it is. Aye. We might as well talk some shite, mightn't we, while I'm sitting drinking this can. Sometimes these camping adventures like this one today, you think it's going to be just basic. I'm like a 20 minutes, 25-minute walk from my house, so you know, it's hardly wild camping in the Scottish Highlands. Someone was just walking past there and they've just crossed the road. Luckily for the traffic noise, he didn't hear us. Yeah. It's not challenging like wild camping up in the Scottish Highlands, up in the mountains or anything. But it was certainly a challenge just getting in here. I know a lot of people watching them might think, well, what's the big deal? What's the big deal about getting in a bush and camping? The last thing I want is for people to see us and then come along being nosy, come in the bush just to say, hello Mandingo. That's the whole camp, rumbled. It's supposed to be stealth camping, you know. I'm supposed to get in here and get out of here without anyone seeing us, anyone knowing that I'm here. You know the score, Mandingos. Yeah, so that was a proper challenge, that like. I was stood there and I was just thinking, I don't want to swear too much on camera, but you know when you're like, fucking hell, when's this bastard traffic going to die off? And then all of a sudden I got that break straight in the bush. Yeah, so every Sunday night now you're only going to see stealth camping videos on my channel. It's normally stealth camping anyway, but once a month I'll be wild camping with little Mick or the two Chris's. But yeah, no more wild camps on the Sunday night videos on YouTube. Sunday night will always be stealth camping, and Wednesday night is going to be wild camping. And my very first Wednesday night wild camping video is going to be on YouTube this Wednesday coming up. So I would really appreciate, Mandingos, if you can all tune in for that. I know a lot of people, you only really like the stealth camping. Honestly guys, tune in for the wild camping as well every Wednesday. Like I say, this Wednesday is my first wild camping Wednesday night video. It's going to be the same crack. It's going to be me talking shite, having a few candingos, doing a wasky review and cooking terrible food. So it's going to be the same crack, it's going to be the same banter. The only difference is I'm going to be camping in beautiful locations rather than dodgy locations like this, or behind bither bins or behind a police station. So yeah, once again guys, I would be absolutely chuffed to bits if you could tune in this Wednesday and every Wednesday, just like you do on a Sunday night. Yeah, that would be very much appreciated. That's it. That's it guys, there you go. I haven't even had one can yet and I'm talking shite already. Okay then, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this candingo, get this torch off before I get rumble-load. And when I bring you back, I'm going to show you all my setup, all my food, all my drink. You know the drill on the Blot Outdoor Show guys. Bring you back in a Winnie Mandela. Oh yes, nice. Well folks, here we go. Time to show you my setup for tonight. As you can see, I've got the old bivouac down in a really tight space. I'm not even going to bother and open it up and show you inside. I've got the foil mat down, then I've got my Berghaus air mat. You know, you've seen it loads of times, my red air mat. I've got my 4-season sleeping bag. Won't be long, I'll be able to just bring the 3-season one out. But it's still a little bit chilly at the minute guys. Yep, so there you go. That's the old bivouac down there. There's my seat where I'm going to sit and chill out. Baghdad there. So for my main meal tonight, I've got some bun dingoes down there, and I've got these, some hot dogs, chili and cheese hot dogs, and I've also got some dynamite hot chili. So yeah, I'm going to make some chili cheese dogs. You better believe I am, man, bingos. Nice little change. Snackaroonies. I've got some spicy chorizo I've got a couple of corned beef video nasties. I've got some Browns biltong. Link in the description, guys, for Browns. Remember to use your code Mandingo for your discount. And just before I came out the house today, my good friend Mr. Kipling, he just caught us as I was leaving, carrier bag full of goodies. So I brought these ones out tonight. Thank you, Mr. Kipling, my man friend. I know you'll be watching. Also got a couple of caramel capadingos, good old Jurgen coffee. Kind of beat a nice Jurgen in the morning before you leave. Right, for drinks, I've already had one. I've got 3 cans of Thatcher's Blood Orange, and after eating that spicy chorizo and the dynamite hot chili hot dogs, whew, my arse is going to be like a blood orange in the morning. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Mandingos. I've also got a nice bottle of red wine, Cabernet Sauvignon. You can't beat a nice little bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, just to add a little bit of sophistication to the channel. I've got 2 little bottles of whiskey. This one is called the Gladstone Axe American Oak, kindly given to me from a legend by the name of Nick Ball. Once again, Nick, thank you so much. A big supporter of the Blot Outdoor Show. I'm going to do a world famous review on that later on. Gladstone Axe American Oak. And I've also got another bottle here. I'm not going to show you it. I'm going to just have this one for a chest warmer because I've already reviewed this before. Now, someone was really kind and they sent me a 3-pack of miniature bottles of whiskey, and there was no name with them, so I haven't got a clue who sent us them. There was that one which I've reviewed before, so that's why I'm going to drink that tonight. But there's another 2 bottles as well which I haven't reviewed yet, but I want to wait until I've got the name of the person that's bought me this before I do the review. So if you're the person that was so kind to send me a 3-pack of whiskey, get in touch with us. The only clue I'm going to give you is I'm not going to tell you what kind of whiskey it is, but it's not Scotch whiskey. There you go. So someone sent me a lovely 3-pack of whiskey that's not Scotch whiskey. If I tell you what kind of whiskey it is, I'll have loads of people messaging us, emailing us saying, oh, I bought it, Mandingo. So yeah, get in touch with us, whoever bought that for us, and then I can get them reviewed. Thank you very much. I think I've covered everything, guys. I'm now going to have another can of blood orange. That's all my snackaroonies. I'm going to sit down and chill out, and I'll bring you back in a few nail Sadakas. Right. Hey, mate. Oh, yes, Mandingos. Cheers, guys. On my 3rd can of Thatcher's Blood Orange cider. And it is getting really cold now. I thought that car was slowing down, like looking over here. Yeah. Getting really cold. I've just put my down jacket on underneath here. I've got my down trousers and down socks in the Baghdad. I'll put them on later on before I get in the sleeping bag. Oh. Anyway, while I'm drinking this Candingo, I might as well answer a little question. I've had a few people asking us this, like, and the question is, if I didn't have the YouTube channel, you know, it's doing pretty good, it's doing better than I ever thought it would do, what would I be doing? What would I be doing with my life? Well, I'd just be doing what I was doing before the channel started doing really well. There's nothing exciting about my life, guys. Pretty boring, to be honest. You kind of get much more of a normal bloke than me. I'd still be going out camping and hiking, but it would probably just be once a month, like what I was doing when I first started the channel. Going over the Lake District once a month with the two Chris's or little Mick. Sometimes twice a month if I was lucky. Pardonski. Just point the camera down a bit there, guys. Point the torch down. It was just a taxi driving past very slow. Yeah, I'd be going over the Lake District once a month, twice a month if I was lucky. I might get out now and again doing this, like a local stealth camp, just because I couldn't afford to go over the Lake District very often, you know, like the fuel costs. That's kind of like what goes into the stealth camping. Because I love camping that much, I just wanted to get out and camp local in weird locations, and that's kind of what made the channel take off. But away from the camping, I'd just be working all the time, like you guys. I'd be in the factory. You see how cold it's getting. I'd be doing shitloads of overtime because I was always the greediest man in the factory. Or I was in the top 3. Me is a Polish lad called Andrew Skipinski. He's a greedy bugger. And a couple of other lads. I'll be in the top 3 or 4 of the greediest men for the overtime in the factory. And then on my jobs on the side, I'd be cleaning ovens, either before work or after work, depending what shift I'm on. Cleaning people's ovens, carpet cleaning, or clean like empty houses out, getting skids off the toilets like I've mentioned before. Yeah, so not a very exciting answer, guys. It's a pretty boring... I thought I heard someone's voice. It's a pretty boring answer, but I lead a pretty boring life. I don't bother no one, keep myself to myself. I don't really go out drinking. I like to go out camping, as you can see. This is what I love to do. So that's about it, folks. I didn't have the YouTube channel. I'd only be going over the lakes camping like once a month because that's all I could afford. And I'd be working all the time. There you go. A boring answer from a boring guy. You better believe it, man, dingoes. Right. Time for a little chest warmer. Yeah. Right. Oh yes, my fansexuals. Oh, getting very chilly on the old willy. Nice to have a nice little chest warmer. Oh, very nice indeed. Oh. I tell you what, I'm glad it's not tonight when I've done the... Ah. Ah. He just told us to piss off, I think. He could hear me voice, but we didn't know where it's coming from. I'm sure he went, piss off. Good on him. Yeah. What was I saying? When I'd done that stealth camp under the bridge just last week, when I had no tent, no sleeping bag. I'm glad that wasn't tonight, because it's a lot colder tonight than what it was last week. Aye. In fact, I nearly didn't come out today. You know when you just wake up on a morning and you don't feel right, you feel a little bit under the weather. Not man flu or anything like that, just, I don't know, I didn't feel right. You know when you feel a bit weak and a little bit dizzy. And Mrs. Blott said, look, if you're not up to it, have a night off, you know. No one's going to hate you for having the night off, Mandingo. But as the day went on, I was sitting thinking, you know, I'm trying to get my energy up. I was having a few black coffees. I'll get mixed up sometimes. I was having a few black coffees, guys, trying to get some energy. And Mrs. Blott, she's at work tonight, and my son's at work as well. He's got a little part-time job in the pub where my wife works, collecting like the glasses in and that. So I thought to myself, I'm only going to be sitting in the house by myself, bored, being lazy with my feet up, watching YouTube. So I thought, oh wait, get your gear packed up, let's get out, Mandingo. And I'm so glad I have. I'm so glad I have came out, because I feel a million times better. But rather than sitting around the house feeling sorry for myself, I'm out now, talking to you absolute legends, enjoying a nice little chest warmer. You better believe it. Absolutely fantastic. That's what I mean. Just sitting around feeling sorry for yourself, drinking in the house. Be like a vicious circle, kind of just, you're feeling down, you have a drink to make yourself feel better, and the next day you feel even worse, and start all over again. So if you can, guys, get out. I'm not saying get out and do something like this. Not everyone's got all the camping gear. Just get out, get for a walk down the local park, down the beach, just have a walk around, you know what I mean? Aye. Anyway, why I'm some inspirational character. You know what I mean? Sitting here getting pissed every weekend, trying to give inspiration to people. But you know what I'm talking about, Mandingos, don't you? Yes. Get out and about. Don't just sit on your arse feeling sorry for yourself. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. Right. Anyway, I'm going to get the old glove dingoes on. My hands is freezing. I should have brought them heated gloves. I've only brought me cheap ones. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a few seconds when I think there's some more shite to talk about. You know, makes sense. Sell us your music. Are you some night rider? Matron, It's the glove. Self-love. Very nice. Very nice indeed, Mandingos. A nice little bottle of red wine. Red wine. You make me feel so fine. You keep me walking all of the time. Yes. Lovely jubbly. Well, we might as well talk some more shite, guys, to pass a few little Winnie Mandelas away. Can you remember when I done that video 2, 3, 4 weeks ago? I can't remember. I think it was about 3 weeks ago. I can't remember. When I camped out in Storm Isha and I was just like underneath the top. I mentioned in that video, didn't I, that I'm going to start and go out on these Wednesday night videos, because I'm going to be by myself most of the time, 99% of the time. So I mentioned that I might do the odd meet-up just now and again, maybe 5, 6 meet-ups with other YouTubers. And by YouTubers I mean other YouTubers that's got a channel similar to mine, you know, pardon, they're into hiking, wild camping, the great outdoors. Not just some random YouTuber that plays computer games in his mum's spare bedroom. Nothing like that. People who's got similar channels. So I mentioned that. Anyway, this other YouTuber, I'm not going to name his name or his channel, but I've been following him for like 3 years, and he's been following me. Leave the odd comment now and again, back and forth. He left us like a shitty ass comment saying, "Oh, Mandingo." Well, he didn't say Mandingo, I'm exaggerating there. He left us a shitty ass comment saying, "Oh, so you've always said you won't go out on a camp with one of your subscribers, but you're going to go out and meet up with another YouTuber." Well, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, the reason I won't go out and camp with a subscriber is, well, one reason is, if I go out on a camp with someone, there's going to be hundreds of people, and I mean hundreds of people, that are going to start commenting, messaging me in private, twisting and moaning, saying, "How comes you've camped with him when you won't camp with me? I've asked you to camp with us." So you see where I'm coming from there, guys, don't you? Then there's the other reason, which is, when you go out on a camp, it can be a long day. You can be out together all through the day, through the night. The next morning you've got to get up, you've got to pack your gear away. You might want to go for some breakfast. It's a long time to spend with someone. Now, what happens when you meet up with someone new? After an hour, you realise you don't like each other. Do you see where I'm coming from, guys? Then you've got ladies, women. I'm a lady, I do ladies things. Women could be saying, "Well, how comes you only camping with men? Why are you not camping with women?" I'm a supporter of the Blood Outdoor Show. Mrs. Blott's not going to be happy with me camping with a woman. Plus, I wouldn't do that anyway. But you can see where I'm coming from. So these YouTubers I'm agreeing to go out camping with, the people that I've been watching their channel, I've been watching their channel since before I even started my own channel. You know what I mean? And they have invited me to go out camping with them. So who am I to turn that chance down? You know? And then I've got a fellow YouTuber, like I've said, which I won't name him, complaining. You know, you think he'd understand. So rather than message him back on YouTube, because it's public, everyone can see, I messaged him back in private on Instagram. I'm talking shite now, aren't I? But this is the truth. I actually follow this person on Instagram and he follows me. So I private messaged him and I just said, "Hi mate, have you got a problem with me going out camping with another YouTuber who I've watched since before I even started my channel, who inspired me to start my own channel? and they've invited me to go out with them. Have you got a problem with that? As soon as he read the message, he blocked us. I was like, you proper shitty ass coward of a mandingo. Do you know what I mean? You know, even if you've left a message and you realise you're wrong to say that, you could easily message us back and say, oh, I'm sorry Chris, I didn't mean it like that. Do you know what I mean? But there you go. That just proves that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how much you try and make things right or do the right thing, there's always going to be someone complaining. So yeah. I just thought I'd get that off my chest while I'm sitting here bored. Ooh, I'm a right diva, aren't I? That is very nice, mandingos. Very nice indeed. £2.50 I think it was from Morrison's. Lovely jubbly, as they say, in the southeastern region of Mongolia. Oh yes, and the back streets of Brooklyn. You better believe it. Oh yes, mandingos. You know what time it is. Wasky time. And this is what we've got this week. The Gladstone Axe American Oak. Oh yes. Kindly given to me from a legend by the name of Nick Ball. Cheers Nick, my man friend. Massive supporter of the Blood Outdoor Show and very much appreciated. Oh yes guys. Let's get this popped in. The old famous Cub Dingo, Mandingos. Oh yeah. You better believe it, guys. Let's get that popped in the old bin diesel. Right. And let's get the old schneckeroony in it. Quite sweet. A definite oak thing there, guys. Oh, the boy races out in force. Boy races, I should say. 2 for the price of 1 there. Yeah, definite oak thing going on. Let's give that a swirl around. I like a biscuit smell. Like a sweet, sugary biscuit. Geggaroony in the old Nostradamus. Anyway, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Nice. Quite soft. Very nice. Like a apple thing going on. Like a stewed apples, you know, like cooking apples. Mmm. The oak thing's coming through there now, guys, on the third taste. But that's to be expected. This is the Gladstone Axe. It's the American oak version of their whiskey. The old version of Van Dyke. Like a biscuity taste, like a, dare I say, like a custard cream dingo, mandingos. They look like a nice custard cream biscuit. Lovely jubbly. I'm really enjoying that. Like, that was really nice. the slightest, and I mean the slightest little bit of vanilla. The old vanilla ice-a-roonies. More oak coming through, to be expected. Going down really smooth down the hatch, guys. Very nice indeed. The Gladstone Axe American Oak blended Scotch whisky. A full-size bottle of that will cost you between £30 and £33. You won't see it in any shops or supermarkets. It's something you've got to order online from a proper whiskey shop. You know what I'm talking about, guys. But that was really, really nice. A lovely biscuity smell. And in the taste, I've got like a nice custard cream thing going on. A little bit of vanilla. Just for a blended whiskey, it was really, really nice. You know, you can get some proper shite blended whiskies, can't you? But that was really, really enjoyable. And it's a whiskey I think I'll definitely try again in the future. Time for the old score dingoes, mandingos. I'm going to give that the Gladstone Axe American Oak. I'm going to give it a really good 7.7 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Oh yes, you better believe I am. And you know what I'm talking about. This is serious stealth camping. Right. Oh. Just stretching my legs, folks, while there's no traffic. Come on then, let's get back in the old bush dingo, mandingos. You know it makes sense. Why I'm some Steve Irwin. Right. Oh, the Gritters is out. The old Gary Glitters. It's going to be a cold night. Sausage Fest. Permanent. Oh yes. Chili dogs coming up in a Winnie Mandela. Oh yes, mandingos. chili hot dogs. Perfect spicy chili on this cold night. You better believe it. Lovely jubbly. You cannot believe it, man, Dingos. You cannot believe how good this is. So simple. A few hot dogs, cooking the old pansexual. The old pansexual. Sexual. The old pansexual. You better believe it, guys. A tin of dynamite, hot chili. Perfect Amondo, Mandingos, is the sea in the mountain villages of Patagonia. You better believe they do. Look at that. A thing of beauty. The only thing is, it's a little bit messy. Oh. I've got my tongue burning. Luckily I've got a couple of bottles of water there. Whew. Well folks, I'm going to take this chance now to say a massive thank you to all you absolute legends who have supported my channel, the Blot Outdoor Show, over this last week. Man and a woman walking down the road there. Must be on the way back from the pub. Totally oblivious. Totally oblivious to the fact I'm here. Looks like the wife is a bit worse for wear. Had a good drink. Looks like they've had a good night. There you go. They're away. Great to see. Old, well, I'm saying old. They look like they're about in the 60s or something. Looks like they've had a great night, just like I'm having, guys, talking to yous. Yeah. If you have supported the Blot Outdoor Show over this last week, it is really massively appreciated, guys. You don't have to do it. Just watching my channel, like I always say, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. That'll ding dang do for this man Dingo. But if you have, that's a bit spicy. If you have supported my channel over this last week, this one is a big fat mega thank you to all you absolute legends. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. You better believe I do. There's your names down there. There's your names down there, and down there, guys, each and every one of you is an absolute legend. You better believe your Mandingos. Rights. Anyway, folks, I'm just keeping a check in case there's anyone else walking past. It's that time of night now where the two pubs along the road have emptied. A lot of people will be walking home, so I'm going to get this torch off. And I'm going to do the rest of my munching Gladbach in the dark. You know it makes sense, Mandingos. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ricicles. Okay then, my fansexuals, I'm in the bivvy now, nice and snug in the old Four Seasons sleeping bag. Well guys, I'm going to say a bonjour. I'll see you legends Inzy Morgan at coffee time. Good old Jurgen coffee time. I'm going to have 20 minutes now. I'm going to watch some random shite on YouTube. When I bring you back, it'll be early Inzy Morgan. That's probably going to be Frosty Jack. See you then, Mandingos. See you Inzy Morgan. You better believe I will. Ciao, Bella. Oh yes. Good morning, Mandingos. 8:10. Slept really well. Wasn't cold at all. My hips aching a little bit. I think it's time to invest in a new mattress. A good quality one. Definitely, if I'm going to be camping out twice a week, I need to spend some money, stop being so greedy. But apart from aching hips, I've slept really well. But I need to get packed up really quick because I can feel a Papa Don't Preach coming on. And I'm going to be in trouble deep. So I want to get packed up and get home. So I can have a dump truck in my own toilet. However, bring you back in a few seconds, guys. Mice. There you go, guys, all packed away. Baghdad and Bin Diesel at the ready. You can see the tight space. Had the bivouac in. It certainly was a tight space for this fat lad. I'm going to have a quick drink of water and then I'm out of Dodge City, and I need to get home as quick as I can because I am touching cloth, guys. The old teddy bear's arm is sticking out. You know what I'm talking about. However, let's get this bag on and let's hit the street. Here we go, folks, just waiting to make a move for it. I'm not going to stand around 10 minutes like I did yesterday trying to get in, but I'm still going to try and get out without being spotted. That's it, Howie. Here we go. Let's quickly get away. I'm out. Oh yes. You know it makes sense, Mandingos. Another successful stealth camping trip completed. You better believe it.
Hey mate, sell us your job.
So that's it, my fan sexualities. That's the end of this week's stealth camping video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolutely fantastic time as usual. If you have liked it, guys, please give this Mandingo a big thumbs up and leave a comment. Take 30 seconds of your time and leave a comment. I do read everyone and I'll try and get back to as many people as possible. Remember to tune in on Wednesday night, guys. I'd really appreciate the support on my very first Wednesday night wildcam video. Now I need to get home because the teddy bear's arm is sticking out and I'm definitely going to have some skidamadidders on my undie bedundies. You know what I'm talking about. See you on Wednesday night, guys. You better believe I will, and you know it makes absolute, complete, total sense. Right.
Oh, matron. You know, it makes turtle sense bite very nice.